Do you remember when the air smelled like freshly baked pies, and every kitchen seemed to hum with the soft whistle of a boiling kettle? When soda fountains clinked with glass bottles, and families gathered around a table that seemed a little too small for all the laughter? The 1950s were a time of simple pleasures and culinary experiments, some charming, some unusual. Today on American Arcane, we're looking back at 10 forgotten American foods that defined the 1950s, once beloved staples that have quietly vanished from our plates. Let's step back in time and savor the taste that once made everyday life a little sweeter. Remember the wobbly, shimmering Jello molds that came in every imaginable color? From bright green lime to rosy strawberry. Families would pack them with fruits, nuts, or even whipped cream for holiday tables. Jello wasn't just dessert. It was a creative centerpiece, a way for homemakers to showcase artistry in gelatin. People loved it for its playful texture and vibrant appearance, often photographed as part of family celebrations. Over time, these gelatin showpieces faded, replaced by simpler, store-bought desserts and more modern tastes, leaving behind only memories of those sparkling, wiggling masterpieces. In the post-war era, convenience met spectacle with the invention of the TV dinner, neatly portioned meals in shiny aluminum trays. Families would sit in front of their new television sets, marveling at this futuristic way to eat without leaving the living room. The meals came with everything: turkey, peas, mashed potatoes, even dessert, all perfectly frozen and thawed with a quick oven timer. These dinners represented progress and modernity, a small rebellion against the traditional Sunday roast. Yet, as microwaves and prepackaged foods evolved, the charm of the foiled tray TV dinner slowly vanished, leaving us nostalgic for a simpler, screen-side supper. In homes across America, the hearty flavor of chopped liver or meatloaf reigned supreme, often baked with a golden crust or topped with savory onion sauce. These dishes were economical, filling, and a sign of a home cooked with care. Mothers carefully sliced meatloaf into uniform pieces, and families gathered for a comforting meal that smelled like warmth itself. Its decline came with the rise of lighter, convenience foods and changing tastes, leaving only memories of a dish that was both humble and proud, a staple of mid-century tables. Golden brown, glistening rings of caramelized pineapple crowned with maraschino cherries. The pineapple upside-down cake was a dessert that dazzled both eyes and taste buds. In the 1950s, this treat symbolized hospitality, often baked for Sunday dinners or neighborhood potlucks. It was easy to make, visually striking, and delightfully sweet with a buttery cake base. But as modern desserts became flashier and recipes shifted toward lighter fare, this tropical classic slowly disappeared from everyday kitchens. Yet for those who remember, a bite still evokes warmth in family gatherings around the kitchen table. Beyond sweet Jell-O molds, there were savory gelatin salads, filled with ingredients like celery, carrots, olives, or even cottage cheese, often tinted pale green or pink. These salads adorned mid-century dinner tables as a symbol of sophistication and experimentation. They were conversation starters, a mix of texture and flavor that families both loved and secretly, sometimes feared. Their decline came as taste changed. Modern diners preferred fresh greens over jiggly gelatin concoctions, but those who recall them remember the colorful curiosity and the care with which they were presented. Before the era of endless frozen options, Swanson led the way with frozen entrees that were practical, modern, and surprisingly tasty. From Cornish hens to prepared casseroles, these frozen delights allowed homemakers to feed a family quickly while embracing the promise of modern convenience. They were celebrated in advertisements for bringing family meals into the futuristic era of frozen innovation. Yet, as freezer sections expanded and brand variety exploded, these classic Swanson meals became a nostalgic relic. Once a symbol of modern living, now a forgotten pioneer. Long before energy drinks or protein shakes, Ovaltine and malted milk drinks were the go-to beverages for growing kids and adults alike. Warm, sweet, and creamy, they were sipped by the fireplace on cold nights or poured over ice during summer afternoons. These drinks carried comfort in a cup, a gentle, wholesome sweetness that lingered long after the glass was empty. Their popularity waned as soda, coffee, and modern powders replaced them, but the memory of Ovaltine's rich aroma still evokes a feeling of cozy nostalgia. Known affectionately as SOS, This hearty breakfast staple was a staple in many 1950s kitchens. A rich, creamy sauce of dried beef over crisp toast might sound simple, but provided warm sustenance and a no-nonsense start to the day. Loved for its ease and filling nature, it was a common comfort food in both households and military mess halls. Its decline came as taste modernized, and breakfast menus shifted towards sweeter, lighter, or faster options, leaving only the memory of creamy, peppered beef atop buttery toast. A celebration of color and sweetness, Ambrosia Salad was a 1950s dessert that captured the imagination with its mixture of oranges, coconut, marshmallows, and cream. Often served in crystal bowls, it symbolized joy, festivity, and a touch of elegance at holiday gatherings. Families loved it for its light, tropical flavor and the way it looked almost too beautiful to eat. As culinary trends moved towards simpler or more modern desserts, this fruity creation gradually faded, leaving behind only the glittering memory of salad that once sparkled on mid-century tables. Nothing says 1950s Americana quite like a root beer float in a frosty glass bottle, topped with a swirl of creamy ice cream. Soda fountains and drive-ins lined the streets, serving these fizzy, sweet treats that seemed to capture the very essence of joy. Families and teenagers alike would enjoy the gentle hiss of soda mingling with melting ice cream, a moment of shared delight that was both simple and magical. With the decline of corner soda fountains and the rise of modern beverages, these floats slipped quietly from everyday life. But for those who remember, that first fizzy sip still tastes like nostalgia itself. Even though these foods have disappeared from store shelves and dinner tables, they live on in our memories. A taste, a smell, a family moment that shaped a generation. Which of these do you remember? Let us know in the comments below. And if you love revisiting the past, be sure to subscribe, and join us here on American Arcane for more trips through time where forgotten flavors and vanished treasures await.